I see everything in terms of my podcast is already going online for me. I mean, it's already online somewhere. So the whole point for me is to make sure that, yes, I want to continue my YouTube channel. But with my YouTube channel, I just keep uploading the Nice and Beautiful Life Coaching for now. It's more enough for me to just save money and to save time until I get more phones. And once I get more phones, now I can go and upload different content online. I mean, why is that? Because I have different phones to do so. I have certain phones for different topics, and then it leverages. I'm probably should start leveraging the Nice and Beautiful time there, and I can now upload all those podcasts online as well, in different formats. And then guess what? Probably should just continue my softwares from where I am in that point, and I just go and upload those continuing type of podcasts online. I copy the files of what I want to upload online, and I just go and do a greater job anyway. And that's the whole point, guys. And the whole point is just start from where you believe you have to, and just upload, and it's more enough for you to see how I'm always understanding. I can upload for the next 30 hours of content on I can upload the next 30 hours of audio content online, but guess what, that's more how it's a profile. I mean, it's a profile of something different, but the internet is something different. And now the internet is something where I'm saving a lot of money now to just upload everything into Mega Drive for now. And then eventually when I have more money, I can get more software and more technology to be able to go and deliver all that audio content and put it online just for show, and just have it as a show thing. So I'm learning how to do that. I'm learning to go to the toilet now, to just go and dwell upon something better, but I never need a cigarette, I never need a smoke or a cigarette, I never need anything that's a drug in my life. That's how I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So every single day, just make sure that you can go and do the bed if you want for your biological dad, and you never do it for them, but do it for yourself. And the thing is, just go and do it, because guess what, I promise you, how many times did my biological dad do it for me? I mean, you must understand, my biological dad over here woke up, or else my biological dad woke up, I just cross the cities. I see my biological dad woke up, and I just go and do his bed this time. I do his bed. I mean, how many times he woke up for me doing my bed? I mean, now I can do his bed. That's the whole point, yeah? So, every single day, learn to be someone who respects father and mother, and understand straight away how you can go and see how you do life. I mean, how you do life is different, and you're learning something different along the way. But if you can do up your bed straight away once you wake up, I mean, that's the best feeling. When you can do your bed straight away. Well, in a sense, what you want to do is a greater way of life for yourself. And as you do a greater way of life, then you're focusing on making sure that you have that nice and beautiful vibe with yourself daily. To focus upon helping yourself to succeed is what you want. And focus upon understanding what you need to do daily to make sure you're listening and doing great. I see my grandfather say, why not? And there you go. The whole point is understanding straight away how you feel. And how you feel is something nice and clear for yourself. Hello, I promise you now, what you want to do always is learning. And I love everything. I love my grandma too. I love everybody. I never hate you. I never fucking hate you. I love to make sure that I'm just getting ahead of the game. As I get ahead of the game here, I'm learning. I'm learning something different. I'm making sure I have that nice and beautiful feel of life differently. I'm learning the beautiful aspect of life over here in different ways, in terms of different ways and formats. I'm learning how to go and study upon helping myself to succeed. And as I succeed differently, I a little bit differently. And guess what? It's more how I feel. Now, if you go doing for yourself over here, then guess what? When you're not doing it for other people, and go and make the bed for yourself, so you can go and study upon helping yourself to succeed. So no matter what, I feel I have to go to toilet now. And I never did it for my biological dad, I did it for my word I. I did it for I. So that's how I understand more discipline. See guys, if you spoke more words to those people than they spoke to you, then guess what? Then you're winning. The whole point is understanding that if you send people content, then they appreciate you. They appreciate you more over time anyway if they're never trying to kill you. The whole thing is understanding that. And understand straight away that you have to be more popular than other people daily to be able to go and live your life to the fullest, because that's how it is. And that's what you need to do to succeed. So what you do now is you connect the nice and beautiful wave files together and connect it together, and then place reverb where you want it. I mean, you understand? So the whole point is export your content via Audacity with 16-bit if you want, or anything in terms of 32-bit also. And then what you could do is understand that if it's in 16-bit, then export in 16-bit, and if it's in 32-bit, then export in 32-bit. But what you do is understand that you can use Audacity for that. And what you do is always create different mashups, always. But then what you do also is make sure that you just connect it together and export the music track. And just connect it together and export the whole WAV file of everything. And then go back into your FL Studio and go and create and place a reverb on it, or place a delay on the actual stem lines or files or whatever. And that way you understand straight away what I mean. And that's how I'm actually understanding straight away how I do life as well. And that's what you guys need to do so you can do greater. But make sure you understand that you can go and also place all the effects that you want inside of those nice and beautiful tracks files that you're placing together as a mashup in Audacity in terms of FL Studio. And then make sure you place everything in terms of one WAV file in FL Studio from that point, where you've already done the reverb and everything in terms of delay and effects, and made the mashup inside FL Studio, and then export the WAV file of 16-bit of those versions of files, and then go and connect those files together into Audacity, and then go back into FL Studio and create sound effects of whatever you need to make sure that the mashup flows into what you want in terms of sound effects again with a 16-bit version. And then guess what, from that point on, just go and export the MP3 file. Just export the MP3 file, and then understand anyway, from that point, you have more than enough because you have the actual 16-bit WAV file or 32-bit WAV file in terms of 32-bit WAV file or 16-bit WAV file with Audacity. And then just keep that Audacity file that you didn't make and just put it somewhere, and then that's done. And then you're learning very quickly about different aspects of, let's say, music tracks around here and how you can make music. So what I want to do also is I'm understanding straight away, I'm letting it be. And as I go and dwell upon a better way for myself, I can see straight away how Audacity is something that helps me to do greater. So I just go and say Idonotopia set, which is a 16-bit. I see Idonotopia 16-bit set. I see Idonotopia set 16-bit. Alright, now what I do now is I go and focus upon this to just do that. And now guess what? Actually, it's much more how I feel that I need to go and do something over here to make sure that I can go and connect it together in a way that's actually working. But that's why I'm understanding. I go into FL Studio and I place the sound effects into FL Studio, and that's it. Actually, that's how I feel. But then what I want to do is I want to listen back to it right now to see, do I have to do that? And that's how I look. And always listen back to the actual sound listen back to the sound file that you're making, so you can see what is what, and so you can understand straight away that I'm much more able to understand the nice and beautiful notions of the nice and beautiful Audacity, and I can see exactly what is what. I can see exactly what is what and how to use everything that I need right here. And that's the whole point. I'm using stereo. I'm always using stereo over mono, because mono is one channel and stereo is another type of channel that helps you to do better. But I'm doing better than mono. I'm understanding that stereo is also one channel. The thing is, I now understand straight away that if you place numbers into different aspects of life, then use stereo when you're playing music, because stereo is much more, let's say, like a stereo, and mono is more something different for something else that you need. So I have to find out more information about that, but I use stereo. I use stereo more, and I never export my music in mono. I export my music in stereo. You must understand, and that's because other people are doing it. I have to find out much more why, but every single day focus on understanding to have a stereo type music so you can have a better time. And that's it. I focus upon something always new that is new for me. I can see straight away how people are doing something different around the nice and beautiful life over here, and I can see what I need to do. So I can see straight away what is what, for example, and as I see what is what, I can see straight away how to go and undo something now. I'm not saying how to go and zoom out as well of what I need, and I can see how to go and just do Audacity in a way that's actually working for me. I see the playback speed as well is something different I can do, and every single time I'm learning something different for myself to be able to deliver content. But that's it. I make sure that no matter what, that these nice and beautiful L and R channels are left and right pan, and the volume knobs are minus and plus, and making sure you understand straight away that you can solo a track as well, just like Ableton. And everything's different, but I'm learning very quickly upon Audacity and how it is. But just now I understand how much more I can see about Audacity and what Audacity is. and then understand straight away how to go and understand the audio host and which audio channel I want. And that's the whole point, yeah. So every single time, just generate and analyze everything that you want and find out all the nice and beautiful systems or what they're doing. And I can also place a reverb and anything I want in Audacity too, is what I can do. And I can go and focus on using all that as well. You can do all the nice and beautiful effects channels with nice and beautiful Audacity too. So if you want to use a reverb or anything or phaser or anything like that, then you can do it very quickly. And you can just edit your nice and beautiful tone, and you can make a plux, and you can go and do whatever you want. And you can make sure that you can always mix the channel, and you can resample everything, and you can also record, and you can understand straight away how to do transport options and more. And then making sure that no matter what, that as I do greater, then I see it's more how you can go and just overlay and overdub and software playthrough, and you can go and understand what that is in terms of just going into everything. And I still have to learn everything myself, so the whole point is I'm understanding straight away much more about Audacity now, and that's the whole point, yeah. So you guys, if you want to understand anything about life, then you must understand to always say never if you want to say never. But I understand the saying when I say never, but say never when you want. And make sure you understand that what you do is if you press double spacebar in Audacity, then what happens is it starts to take you into the actual intro of the track again. So make sure you can highlight the track as well if you want. You can highlight a certain piece of music, and then guess what? If you highlight a certain piece of music, then it takes you also back into the nice beautiful intro regardless with double spacebar, and that way you understand straight away how you can do live like that with Audacity. I see to highlight anything with Audacity, you just have to go and realize that it's more how the loop happens with control pad. You can highlight the nice beautiful track differently over here, and what happens is with the nice and beautiful play over here, which is a skip, there's a quick play enable, and you can skip a certain part with control pad click in terms of highlight, and you can highlight that section with Audacity to skip that audio part or signal. So that way it goes and skips into something different is what happens, and otherwise it's more like that. So if you're highlighting different parts or left and right parts, and then it skips the actual audio content that you've made, if you're actually going and doing that in terms of if you are, let's say, highlighting the actual audio in terms of Audacity channel, and then you understand straight away it goes differently in terms of live, and that's the audio station of Audacity. But if you just click one pad click, then always it starts playing from where you actually want, and you just press just one click on it, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what you can do. I can see over here, I can say no matter what that this is more enough for me right here, or I can just go and click it right here, for example. So as I go and understand I want to drag my files together, and as I drag my files together, I want to just be able to go and understand that if you want to drag something together, you have to pick a certain location for yourself to do it. So I'm understanding right here is something that I realize. So no matter what, I can see straight away how your Audacity file has to stop for you to drag files. And if you want to drag files into somewhere, then the actual play button of the actual clip with yourself over here with your nice beautiful tracks and Audacity has to stop play for you to drag a file, is what I'm understanding. And that way I'm understanding anyway. As I go and do that, I zoom out, I realize that's more enough for me right there. And what you can do is you can create reverbs. You can create something different. But I'll let it be now. Whenever I need to use that, I just use it differently. And then you can drag different parts of the actual audio file differently, and you can go and really enjoy yourself with Audacity over here in different ways to understand that you can just connect your nice beautiful music together with Audacity, and then it's more enough for you to go and just export and have that as your nice beautiful set in terms of online sets. But my MP3 versions is what I really use with FL Studio around the world, but my Audacity set in terms of my 16-bit one is something different. That's an online listen with Spotify only. So that's different, yeah? So that's why I'm understanding that's something that I can go and do for myself, and it helps me to grow. But what you can also do with your business cards in terms of anything where you may have a music event or something around the world or type of business card is you can place your photo as a large photo, and then you can have some kind of, let's say, writing just below about where they can find you. So for example, you can have Danny Milivojevic presents Marquee or Idolatopia. So for example, Danny Milivojevic presents I done Utopia at Marquee on this day. And then guess what? Parachute, it's more how it is. But no matter what, it's more, put more information. Put more information in that, and then understand straight away how you actually are doing greater. I realized that Audacity enables you to go and, let's say, to nicely be able to zoom in to the actual music while that, you can zoom into the music on Audacity while your actual music is playing. It's so amazing. So let's have a look at this. So I'm saying that no matter what, as I go and listen to my music, I'd see a nice little scroll bar in Audacity over here, and I can actually see that my music track over here is at what level of sound and what level of music tracks over here. I'm not saying this one over here is more enough. And what I do now is I'm just going to play it from here and make sure that no matter what, that I'm just listening back to my track over here in different ways. And as I listen to my track in different ways, I'm learning to see exactly how my music track works. So what I want to do is I want to always focus upon helping myself to deliver something that's actually helping. So what helps me to grow is something different. So no matter what, just make sure that you can go and do something to help yourself to succeed differently, and just go and zoom out all the time in terms of your nice and beautiful Audacity music trial, or in terms of your Audacity music track, and see exactly what you can do with everything that you're doing. So the whole point is you can also use playback speed, which is something that's much faster for you to do, and that way you're learning very quickly upon how much your track is in terms of the timelines over here, which say, I see the timelines over here say as well how fast your actual music track is. But also, if you want to highlight something, you can highlight the actual scroll bar of Audacity, and you can play just that certain piece of file if you want. I can see how that works as well, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I can see straight away down below over here how you can also make sure that you can see your actual track and where you're up to, and it actually tells you as well, and it tells you straight away what section of the music track you are up to. And if you want to do anything as well, you can also do something to help yourself to go wherever you want in terms of life, and you can start the music track somewhere different if you want, and you can also do whatever you want in terms of writing in, and you can write your actual section of how many minutes or sections in terms of minutes of your audio track you want to play at, and what type of minute you want to play at, and you can write it down specifically, and then your audio file goes to that point in the Audacity file over here. And then a snap is something to the nearest, or you can go something to the nice and beautiful snap mode. You can go into a snap mode as well. And I'm learning more about Audacity today. I'm pretty sure because I did open Audacity today, to just see quickly about what it's all about. I'm not saying Ableton, I can use Ableton now in different ways. I can use Ableton much better. But with Ableton, I see how the nice and beautiful process is here. But it's more, if I open it and I start learning that software, actually it's more I can use it. But I use FL Studio. FL Studio is more enough for me. And I can see straight away how I can use Audacity now always. I can use Audacity in different ways to go and help myself to amplify I. But what I can do now with the money that I have is I can go and do a haircut as well. I can do a haircut for myself. I can go and get some clothing for myself in different ways. I can go and get my trolley. And now that's important. Unfortunately, that's very important for me. But my trolley can be on the 26th of May. I'm going to get it very quickly. And the whole point is understanding that now. Since I'm understanding that I have some money over here, I'm not saying that what I want to do is I just want to let it be until the 26th of May. I want to let it be. I want to make sure that no matter what, I get everything I ever need on the 26th of May. And that way I'm understanding straight away what I do. So what I do now is I just say on the 26th of May. So there's another 5 days to go, and I make sure I go and see this over here, which is 5 over here. Make sure I get everything on the 26th of May. That is shopping and clothing and food and drinks also, and haircut and DJing and busking, life coaching, performances. I realize now, I asked Jesus Christ what to do from the actual 26th of May with the business cards. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ says it's more enough anyway. So it's more enough for me, and I'll let it be that way. And I'm saying business cards now for the next, let's say, days of this, but I'm not saying although I can just also realize something that it's more enough for me to just go and do that for myself. and I go and see straight away how on the 26th of May, so 28th of May over here, I see 1 week to go until my actual event comes up. And what I do now is I focus upon understanding that I just go and say I have until my event and 29th birthday. I say anyway, so since I'm actually making that event, I realize that's coming true for me. So what I do now is I let it be that way, I move on, and what I can do now is just go and really listen to this nice and beautiful part over here, which is something that actually helps me to see where I'm up to in life over here. And as I do that, I leave some silence in between the gaps, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and dwell upon my music track. And you can zoom into Audacity wherever you want in terms of the actual file, just like FL Studio, and that way I'm understanding quickly upon how Audacity works with FL Studio too. So that's the whole point, and the whole point is just make sure that you're learning very quickly upon how life is. But if other people never choose you as their partner or something like that, it's because they never deserve you, and that's it. Actually, they can say whatever they need to do in life. Actually, it's much more how I'm smarter than them anyway. And it's much more how you guys need to go and deliver content in different ways to make sure that you're nice and beautiful. So that's the whole point. And the whole point is making sure that you're understanding now. So what I do now is I export my music files, and I just export, and I use this one as a nice and beautiful Spotify. So anything that goes into Audacity, it's my actual, let's say, my Spotify set file. It's something that I upload to Spotify as a set, and that way it's something that they need in terms of 16-bit versions. So I see a Dynatopia set, and I say 16-bit, and I'll let it be 16-bit, and I use Audacity to make all my 16-bit files with mashups and everything, and I'll let it be that way. And I just go and just export the WAV file here, and I just go and see. I see the tracks over here. I understand straight away that they have to mix down my tracks, and also I can see how to read just the words. So it's just one letter words and more. I realize I just read the one word each, and just make sure I never read the sentence but the words only. I read the sentences in the words only. But that's how I read now. I read the better way, and it's just I look at the nice and beautiful monitoring and everything I need. I see they mix down my tracks with an export with one stereo file. I say no worries. I say make sure that you understand straight away that you can also add whatever you want as a title name of the artist name and whatever it is. I can say Danny Milivojevic, and then I can say track title, and the track title is Dynatopia. You can always enter these kind of nice and beautiful ways of life. I see the year is 2021. So the genre is trance. I can write all this down inside of the trance in terms of the export before it exports. And the software I use is FL Studio. And any comments? I love dinosaurs. Haha. Right. I mean, they're saying any comments or extra comments, I just say I love dinosaurs. I see track number, I see album title. I say the first commandment. I say let it be. I say I can name all these nice and beautiful value and tags in terms of all these nice and beautiful knowledge that I just shown you, and then I can go and export my music track. So what happens is then the nice and beautiful Microsoft of the actual set actually exports really quickly in Audacity. And it's so quick. I mean, you can see straight away how quickly it just uploads. Everything uploads quickly for you. I see around a 4-hour track, around a 4-hour track. Around a 4-hour track goes and uploads in terms of exports around 2 minutes with Audacity and FL Studio. So it's really quick, but FL Studio is different. I'm not saying that with Audacity, the music tracks that you export is around 2 minutes, always. Understand? And that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that I can see straight away. I have to go and test everything out, but guess what? I want to see, does it save into my program over here? And does the nice and beautiful Audacity save my files over here? If it never does, I'll go use Ableton. I'm going to try Ableton. And I just try different aspects of life over here. I'll go around the system. I'm going to do something different. But now, since I'm understanding that what we can do is I need to go and use the WAV file of my music track to find exactly what I want my music track. Now, since I understand that, it's more how I can use just the WAV file of my actual total let's say nice and beautiful file to go and create all these nice and beautiful files. But I can go into pattern mode as well, and now I see something over here where I can go into pattern mode specifically to make something work for myself in terms of that file track and something different here, and that's much more appropriate for me to go into pattern mode to make all this music happen for myself, and it's much better for me. And then what I do is I go and let it be that way, and I just export the WAV file of that track and I connect it together between breakdowns, and that's more like a mashup, but it's one track. And that way other people never even realize that. And other people never even realize how that is. But that's how it is. And nobody else realizes like that in terms of what I've done, except I. I realize that when I connect 3 parts to a track into a breakdown with 3 different breakgrounds, in terms of 3 different breakgrounds, in terms of 3 different breakgrounds, in terms of 3 different breakdowns with 3 segments of the track, nobody realizes except I. I'm the only one who realizes this, and nobody else realizes except I want to see this. But because I've told you and because I've said to you this, you guys can see because of the knowledge. I want to see this now. I say yes, it is. I ask Jesus Christ to see this. I say yes, Audacity is working. See, Audacity is working. I realize yes. Now I see Donatopia and Danny Milivojevic here, and straight away Audacity shows me their nice and beautiful names as well. And I say congratulations, I thank you. See, now that's all working for me right now, and since it's working, I make sure that I can go and upload that content right now, and I can see straight away how it's working. So what I do is I go and learn to go and just upload that content. So what I'm doing now is I go and just make sure that content is going online in terms of uploading online. And now, since that's the case, I want to make sure that no matter what, I can upload any kind of else content. I can upload any other content into my nice and beautiful theory over here, where I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's more how it is. And how it is, I understand, is you upload content quickly online and everything's nice and beautiful for you to make sure that you have more enough success in daily life to go and deliver whatever you want out of life. But that's the whole point. The whole point is making sure that you can go and deliver your content. And once you upload your content, then you have more enough success. And then place something in terms of your files somewhere in your nice and beautiful music around here. And then that way you're learning very quickly upon how to use other systems, and you can use other systems to help your life. And that way I'm understanding this over here in terms of these files can go away, and I can go and shove it. I can shove it somewhere different, and it can go away from me. And anything else in terms of these files over here now, which these files here, I can go and deliver this content in different ways, and I can go and delete it. I'm going to delete that content now because I have it into a 16-bit WAV file, and I have it in my actual, let's say, nice and beautiful Mega Drive, and it can go away from me now. And I'll let it be that way because I see that my FL Studio is still using it. But what I do with FL Studio now is I can go and exit my FL Studio now, and I can go and delete the file. So you have to actually export in terms of, you have to go and remove FL Studio in terms of go away from FL Studio or close down FL Studio, and then what you do from that point is go on your desktop and delete the files, because FL Studio may be using the files, and if FL Studio is using the files, then your content in your desktop of your laptop or desktop computer never deletes that file unless you close down FL Studio. And that's how I see it. And I understand I just delete the file now because I did close down the FL Studio, and everything else in terms of these nice and beautiful files is something different I can upload online with my actual content. So what I'm doing is I'm just dragging folders into actual nice and beautiful, let's say, the nice and beautiful Mega Drive, and I'm always understanding what is I only. And I'm actually just placing Audacity to the right corner of my dashboard over here of my beautiful track in terms of my beautiful Livonia laptop, and I'm deleting everything else, making sure I do have I don't have to set over here, but that one is done. I can just go and understand to just go and see over here in terms of my music sets and my music university here, to just go and work on everything and work on the organizational skills of everything first before I do anything. But that's how it is. Everything is done for myself, and I just keep going for myself differently. What I do now is I make sure that I can just go and see what exactly is my Adonotopia set over here. And where is it? I can understand straight away how it is. And what I do now is I go and see the nice and beautiful Adonotopia set. So I go and make the nice and beautiful screen bigger, and then I go into my soundtrack file. I want to see, is it inside? I'm pretty sure yes it is. I make a nice and beautiful folder over here, which is a 16-bit WAV file. I see a 16-bit WAV file. And I make two folders, which is MP3 and 16-bit WAV file. And I'll let it be that way. And that way I'm understanding straight away that's all nice and clean for me, and I make sure that I can place these other files that are online over here in a different way, and I just go and delete that from my actual content in terms of my nice and beautiful laptop only. And I delete these files from my laptop only, and I make sure that no matter what, I'm never deleting content, but make sure that I go and place this content over here that's uploading into my Mega Drive into my laptop where it is. So if it's, I realize if my nice and beautiful content is in my laptop Livono on the front dashboard on my desktop on my laptop, then it has to remain there, because if I place it into a folder now while it's going into Mega Drive or uploading into Mega Drive, then Mega Drive cancels the upload. So I make sure I just place it into the dashboard of the laptop and just let it be there, and that way I'm doing better. Rush now anyway, rush anything else, rush it's more how that's all clean, and I'm making sure I can see how to go and grow myself, and I see how to just go and study upon how people are posting stuff on Instagram in terms of everything, in terms of Gumtree. I'm looking to see how everything is. So what I do is I can see how to just go and do a greater way of life. So what I do is I'm just going to really dwell upon something that's actually helping me move forward. So as I go and move forward, I can see how I move into the better dictionary of life. So anyway, what's important is I can see straight away how I feel. I mean, how I feel is different, and that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is go and see exactly what people are selling online and what they're doing with everything, and that way you can see straight away what everything is. But what everything is, I understand, is a beautiful way to say that I can see straight away how I feel, and how I feel is different. And then you can close down any kind of, let's say, files or any kind of websites that you never need anymore. And what I do is I see in the download section over here, I see all this, and I can go and remove everything in terms of all my files over here that I have with the nice and beautiful laptop over here. I see the invoices is something different. I realize what's the invoices over here. I see invoices with Officeworks, which that's all different. I'm pretty sure I can go and let it be. I've already done that. I'll move on. I can go and delete it. I can go and delete that. I just do it. I just do it. I just do it. Alright, so I just I'll go and delete that. I'll go and delete all this nice beautiful content here. And now what I can do also, I delete that, and I make sure I'm just cleaning out my laptop. I'm cleaning out my laptop from all this fucking shit. And now nothing's fucking shit, but I'm deleting everything from my actual laptop over here that I never need. So I'm deleting anything I never need from the laptop, and that way everything's done. I can see straight away how I'm going to do my life differently and move on. So I make sure that my downloads folder has something done in terms of just anything that's been opening for the past 10 days, in terms of just most recent 10 days of opening files on downloads folder in my Livono laptop. I see the windows, nice and beautiful windows over here. I'm making sure that's what I need in terms of my word I only. And I make sure anyway that what I do now is I'm going to do something different. I close some tabs. I have max 3 tabs open on my laptop always only. And why is that? I see it works the best for me to have a cleaner everything in terms of life. And I'm making sure anyway that's all uploading online, and I can go and do a better job for myself now. And I can go and study upon just uploading my Instagram photos now. I can go and do something different for myself. And I can make sure that I can go and just enjoy myself. And as I enjoy myself, I can go and do whatever I want always. And I have no shame anymore. I have no shame anymore because I'm doing something different for myself in different ways. And as I go and do something for myself that's different, I'm learning. I'm learning how to go and become much greater. But what's amazing about life is being able to go and study upon different aspects of life differently. So if you want to do something quickly, then make sure that you're learning quickly upon how to go and dwell upon life in a way that you're happier. So if you want to go and do whatever it is that you're nice and beautiful straight away, to go and deliver that to whatever you're understanding. So just understand how other people do love it, and they do love whatever you're doing always, and then just always just enjoy yourself is what you want, because you want an experience of life. You want to understand straight away how to feel. But how you feel is a different way of life for yourself, and make sure that you're just enjoying that nice and beautiful way of life differently. But as you're looking throughout life in a great direction, then looking for a nice and beautiful direction of life differently, to make sure that no matter what, you can see straight away how you feel, and how you feel is eternity, and how you feel is nice and beautiful for yourself. And every single day you're looking for that nice and beautiful tone, because that tone is something that you need. But every single day you're looking for the beautiful way of life. Of what? I mean, you're looking for that nice and beautiful aspect of life where you could just go and dwell upon that nice and beautiful way, where you understand straight away that you're looking for that tone of what you need, because you're about to go and suss out yourself in a way that you're learning for yourself differently. And as you're learning differently for your life, you're making sure that you have more enough success all the time to go and study upon helping yourself to succeed differently, and you're making sure that everything has what it needs straight away to go and deliver that content. And that content's of what? And the content of being able to just explore all the time. And as you explore every single day something that's actually working in your life, and then make sure that no matter what, that you're learning to study upon life itself, and making sure that you have that always. You have to have that always in your life. First, you have to have that nice and beautiful tone of life always. And if you have that all night long, first, it's more how you have to do your life as well. You have to make sure that you understand that. And as you understand something about life differently, you have to understand how it feels to just go and grow yourself in the best kind of direction. But that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is understanding how you feel, and how you feel is what you've already done in terms of life. But that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is understanding how that is, and that's the whole point right here. I mean, the whole point is understanding how you feel. I mean, how you feel is life, and just enjoy yourself. I mean, every single day, just learn how to just go and follow the 10 Commandments of God, and then guess what happens? And then just go and speak more words into life. And now I can go and create my nice and beautiful track. I can go and create my nice and beautiful track, Dinotopia. And then I can go and make my other music tracks. And then guess what? Approaching now, from that point, I realize it's more I start making an album. And what I do with my actual Mega Drive here is I go and study upon helping myself to deliver that content in terms of whatever it is, in terms of life differently. And make sure that no matter what, I'm always safe with everything I have. And everything you have is the word I. Actually, everything that has the word I in this lifetime, or had the word I in this lifetime, is yours. And that's what is I. Actually, I is everything, man. You have to understand straight away how I understand my life is moving forward. I understand how I can escalate to go elsewhere in life quickly. And I can go wherever I need to go to make sure I do better and better. But what I want to do is I want to escalate mentors. I want to escalate the nice and beautiful, let's say, tone of God and everything. I want to escalate my events forward as much as I can now before I see my biological mother, because that way I'm learning quickly about how to do seminars quickly. But now I feel that my first seminar is more successful, but now in the next few seminars that I make, then I'm off the charts, mate. I'm doing greater than that. I'm doing a greater job regardless, but I'm learning something different along the way. I'm learning how to go and become more and more. Then I always understand how I need to go and clean, and also I need to go and groom myself and shower as well. So what I can do now is I can go and do my Instagram photos first, and it's much better for myself to actually understand that. I do my Instagram photos first, I clean up and also go and wash my dishes and everything, in terms of what I need to do in terms of dishes and washing dishes. And then from that point I go and study upon helping myself to just clean everything up around here. And I go and upload my mentors while uploading my content online. And then I understand straight away I have to download my content over here as well. So what I'm doing is I'm working fast to just go and be able to do my content. But what I want to do, on Mega Drive is I want to make a folder. I want to make a folder that's actually helping me move forward. And what helps me move forward is a different way of life, and I'm actually having a shower now as well. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I go and see straight away how I feel. And how I feel is a different way of life. But make sure anyway I'm clean. I'm making sure that no matter what, I can see how to go and grow myself differently. And I see how my 2021 album is by making sure anyway. I just keep creating all these albums. And then eventually I go and study up on how to go and do a greater job for myself anyway. But what I do is I want to go into my soundtrack here. And what I want to do is I want to create the actual album. But what I need to do first is I need to go and see the extras folder, and I need to go into master files, and I need to go and download the intro package here. And then, whereas now the intro package is my energy track, which that's the energy track of Idonotopia, which it has to be, which is because it's the energy fuel, and that's the energy part there, and that's the best energy part of Idonotopia because I can see it. I can see that's the best part, which is the intro or the ending of the intro of my Idonotopia package. And then I understand that Idonotopia package has 3 packages, which is the intro and ending and middle. And anyway, I realize from that point I understand I never hate you, but what I'm doing now is I'm learning how to focus upon superstardom. I'm making sure I can go and download that as well. While everything is uploading, I can download the folder. That way I'm understanding straight away how I feel. And how I feel is different. I make sure that I can go and just download the folder over here as a standard zip file. And that's something that goes into a green fashion. So anything that's downloading from Mega Drive is green, and anything that's uploading to Mega Drive is blue. So I'm understanding that. Well, what I do now is I go and just wash up as well. And from that point, I can go and upload my Instagram photos. Then I go and do my nice and beautiful grooming and shower. I do grooming and shower. I'll make sure I be on top of that. And my eyebrows looking better as well. And then I go and do my music tracks. I do all my music tracks today. I do all these quick music tracks quickly. And I do it within one day. Whereas it's always like that. And I make a folder online in Mega Drive where it's a new album. And this is now my album. And this is now new folders. So what I do with the new folders is I create all my folders in my laptop first. I'll create all these folders in my laptop. And let's have a look over here. And now this is now I'm creating my album folders. My album folders is something different, so I make sure I can go and have a new folder here. So the first folder is what? It's my, I can say 3-minute music tracks. I'll say 3-minute energy mix. And then also I have a 3-minute, I'll say 3-minute chill mix. And then also I have, which one else? I say a 3-minute. I say over here, I see it's a 9-minute mix. It's a 9-minute mix. I have a 9-minute mix. And in my nice and beautiful folders over here, I place all my tracks in different wavelengths of different albums into different categories. So if Idonotopia, it goes into Idonotopia, and any other tracks go into their formats. And then what I do is I make it all together eventually, and I post it into one folder somewhere, and it's just that folder eventually. So that's what I understand, and I let it be. I see vinyl, I see vinyl mix. And what else? A 6-minute mix is another one. So 6-minute mix, and that's how it is. I'm going to show these folders here, and what else is there? I'm going to show now. From that point, I realize I have these kind of points of views, but what else do I need? I realize it's much more mini mix over here. I have a mini mix. Say mini mix. See, a mini mix is something different, and those are the 6 files or categories I make for each and every EP. And now I just say Idonotopia. See Idonotopia. See Idonotopia. And I make these nice and beautiful mixes in another format as well. And I just say album. Just say album cover. Say album cover with this one. I place it into album cover. I just copy the file. I paste the file to a copy, and I place this album cover into Idonotopia. and I just make sure of that. I'm making all the files inside of my actual Livonet laptop before I go into Mega Drive with the use of my laptop only. And that's how I understand straight away how I do that. So what I do now is I'm learning very quickly upon what I'm doing here, and that's the whole point. And the whole point is go and see how to do a nice and beautiful copy and just go and upload it into Mega Drive quickly, and that way I'm understanding straight away how it works for me. So what I do now is I go and upload that into Mega Drive, and as I upload it into Mega Drive, I'm just getting on top of life now. But I see how other people are in terms of music and how music starts off very quickly for me personally, but with other people I realize I have 7 years on Unremembering here. I have 7 years on him over here because I understand I'm doing greater in terms of my music sets and everything. So I'm understanding now, I say 7 years I have on Armin van Buuren. I realize anyway, so I realize how to go and grow on doing greater for myself. But that's all downloading now. So what I do is I let it be that way. Let it upload. What I do now is I go do something else. I'm going to do something different. But make sure you understand that everything that you need is different. I mean, you need a different way of life, but always comparing how Jesus Christ looks like to how other people look like, so that you can also see what the newest fashion is, because Jesus Christ look is the newest fashion, I promise you. Now, what I want to do also is, since that's all working out, I'm making sure I can go and upload more mental photos for myself, and I just start uploading more and more people online, and I just focus upon helping myself. I understand Damon John over here. Whereas Damon John is someone else that you have to promote, because he's someone who's a Shark Tank guy, and he's also somebody who's an American businessman, and he's an investor and television personality, and also an all-time motivational speaker. I see, so every single day just focus on understanding that he's the CEO of Fubu, and understand that no matter what, you can see that he has an he has an ABC reality television series Shark Tank show, and I understand anyway that he's a founder of the Shark Group. I see. So the amazing thing about life is that he has, in terms of Damon John, has two parents, of course. Damon John also has 2 kids, and his worth online is over 300 million in 2020. So I'm understanding that what's important for myself over here. So just learn very quickly upon what I'm doing. So whereas Damon John is Garfield, in terms of his nickname is Garfield, so it's Damon Garfield John. And I'm understanding anyway that since I'm actually just learning about these people differently, I'm just looking for aspects of life to promote them. And as I promote them quickly, I just focus upon helping myself to deliver content quickly, and I make sure that I have more enough success all the time to go and deliver whatever I need. Whatever I need is a greater way of life, and I focus on making sure I have more enough success all the time. So I'm making sure I just go and download what I need to do, and then I get into my music tracks one by one, and I just focus upon helping myself to do that. So as I go and do that, I say also known as Damon John. See, Damon John. And that's the whole point, yeah. So every single day, that no matter what, that if you want to have a nickname for myself, I realize if my nickname is I only, I mean, that's my nickname. See, also known as I. See, so my nickname is I. I mean, if you want to understand my nickname, and if you want to call my nickname something, then just call it I. There's the word I, but I love you. I mean, also known, I say Daniel Milivojevic, also known as I. And that's who I am. I mean, every single day, if I go and study upon anything I do, I'm looking to see always different personalities and different radio show people, and anybody who is doing great. So I'm not saying everybody loves Raymond. I can see this cast over here. I see all the cast over here of these people. It's something I want to promote and it's much more how it is. So everybody loves Raymond. See, this is an American sitcom, which is a sitcom that is a series of TV shows. So anything that's a sitcom is a TV show or a series. I see now. What I want to do is understand straight away that in Everybody Loves Raymond, I see there is 9 seasons of Everybody Loves Raymond. And understand straight away, I can see the cast over here. And it's Ray Romano. So I see Ray Romano. I go promote Ray Romano over here. And let's have a look at Ray Romano. Promote these people quickly. I see Ray Romano is a comedian. And he's also an American stand-up actor and screenwriter. I see also he stars in the sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond of the TV show. And I'm understanding that he has an Emmy Award as well. And he's also somebody in the Ice Age film series. And also he did star in the TNT drama film in terms of the comedy drama film of Men in a Certain Age. I'm understanding that he does have a wife. I see Ray Romano has a wife, Anna Romano. And he has also 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 kids. And that's that. And Ray Romano is around 63 years of age today, and he's born in New York, United States. That's all different. So you can always understand straight away how you feel about different aspects of life, and you can always see who they're going out with as well, and you can see their wives as well, and everything about that. So the whole point is understanding straight away how you feel. And how you feel is different. So if you want to do anything about life and you want to go and really have yourself all the sex in the world in words, and understand straight away how I feel. And I feel, and then I'm never blaming I over here for how I am, but making sure that no matter what, I focus upon Jesus Christ every single day to just love my life. And it's more how I'm following the 10 Commandments. If you understand all the time, if you're doing pleasure or anything like that, then make sure you're doing the nice and beautiful, let's say, 10 Commandments of God is much more likely. Or it's much more like it in a way that you're learning very quickly upon helping yourself to succeed quickly, and then you can start in the nice and beautiful way of life where you understand straight away how everything is. And how everything is, I understand, is a better way for you to go and grow and just go and really deliver content in different ways. But the thing is, understand this, that if anything is really talking to you, then it's all the word I only. So make sure that you understand straight away that anything you want out of life is a great way of life for yourself, to focus upon helping yourself to deliver. But what are you delivering? I mean, you're delivering the word I only. I mean, you're looking for a better way of delivery for yourself, and you're looking to just be much more for yourself overall. But as soon as you can be much more, then you can always have that kind of aspect of life where you're enjoying your life differently. And as you're enjoying your life differently, you have all these nice and beautiful photos of people always to go and promote, and then go and promote them, and go and stick to the word I, and summarize always everything about what you're doing daily, because that way you're learning very quickly upon how to go and start in a film or something like that in terms of life. And you can always understand straight away how to go and love your life. So as I understand straight away how I feel, I'm just always learning very quickly upon how to go and dwell as my life goes. So I understand Raymond Albert Romano is also Ray Romano. And as I go and do something that's actually helping me move forward, I can see straight away how I feel. And how I feel is different, and how I feel is a nice and beautiful life always. To lift my words daily is the best thing I can do, but I'm ahead of the game now with my nice and beautiful content, and I'm just producing different content differently, and I'm making sure I'm preparing for different aspects of tracks and different albums and different different subsidies and different aspects of doing stuff. And that's why I'm understanding straight away that what I want to do is promote people. I promote people differently. I'm always making sure I'm doing a great job, making sure that I have plenty of whatever I need to succeed. That way I'm understanding straight away how I feel about life. And how I feel about life is I go about life differently, and as I go about life differently, I'm focusing on understanding that people want to be right about you. I mean, they want to be right. They want to call you evil. And they want to say that you are someone evil, but you're never evil, man. I mean, they believe that somebody is always evil around them. I mean, but that's because they are evil. You know what I'm saying? I see. So Brad Garrett is Bradley Henry Gernsfield. I see. I see. I see Justin. I see Justinfield. I see Justinfield. I see. So Bradley Henry Justinfield is Brad Garrett, who stars in the movie Everybody Loves Raymond, and he's also a stand-up comedian and an American actor. And he is also a professional poker player and producer. And he also goes in numerous television films and roles. And he's also someone very successful in stand-up comedy, in terms of stand-up comedy in the early 1980s. I see Brad Garrett is also around 61 years of age and is born in the Los Angeles, California, New South Wales of United States of America. And then also he does have a wife, but currently Brad Garrett has no wife. I see, although his ex-wife over here is Jill Devon. See, anyway, that what's important is understanding straight away how you can see straight away how people are. Whereas although what's important for yourself over here, so just go and grow yourself differently, and you can always study upon how life is. But how life is, I understand straight away, is different. You have to go and grow yourself in the best kind of way possible to focus upon something that's actually growing you in terms of whatever's happening for you in life, to focus upon your life. And as life works for you, then you're focusing on making sure that you have that nice and beautiful way of life for yourself to grow in different life aspects. And that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is making sure that you have more than enough success always to deliver content in different ways. And as you go and grow yourself differently, then you can always see what exactly is happening with people. But that's the whole point, man. I mean, the whole point is understanding straight away how you can go and grow yourself. But as you grow yourself differently, then you're focusing on studying yourself and how people are with everything. And that way you're learning. I mean, you're learning everything that you need to do to succeed. And then also just focus upon everything that you can do, always to love your life. And I never hate you, but I'm learning how I can go and promote these people differently. And I'm making sure that I can go and understand how life is. But life is different. And life is making sure that you understand success and understanding always to capture people in a way that you're promoting them quickly. And as you promote them quickly, then you find other people, and you find also, for example, I have the Sex and the City cast over here that I can go and promote these people from Sex and the City cast. And I can say Sex and the City. I was always watching that TV show with the woman over there. But now, you must understand that if you want to go and dwell upon something that's actually helpful for yourself, then learn how to go and promote yourself differently, and you're making sure you have more enough success all the time to go and deliver contents. But make sure anyway that what's important is I find them quickly upon life. And that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is learn to understand I need to promote that woman too. So what I do is I find photos of people online on Google, and I speak everything into life. My life is moving forward, man. My life is moving in a direction of willpower, where I'm understanding straight away. I'm learning how to grow myself differently. I'm learning quickly how to promote people in the best kind of way and fashion. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is studying upon how to promote people and different people, and seeing the best photos and looking at the photos and pictures of how they really are. Actually, that's the whole point. Actually, every single day, that if you can promote people and you can promote them with how they are, you can see straight away how you can go and dwell upon something that is working. I mean, whatever works for you is something that you have to go and grow yourself with. But the whole point is looking great all the time. And never just look great for 1 year. I mean, look great for every fucking year, man. I mean, always be looking great. I mean, if you're looking great for just 1 year of your life, and then you turn into fucking somebody who is fucking already looking like trash. I mean, never look like somebody who's looking like trash, please. I mean, look great all the time. I mean, be always looking great for yourself. But that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is looking for a nice and beautiful way of life where you can go and dwell upon helping yourself to succeed differently is what you need to do. I mean, go and focus upon helping yourself to succeed differently is what you need to understand straight away about life. But life is that you move forward. I mean, when you move forward daily, then you're looking for people's photos and you're looking for the best kind of photos that they have, and you're just promoting them, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you can see straight away how you feel. And how you feel is promote them in a way that you're never trying to embarrass them, but you're just trying to show who they are as people. And that way you're learning very quickly upon how to go and promote yourself. But if you give people promotion, then you're always understanding how to go and grow yourself. So as I understand straight away how I feel about certain people, I'm not saying I feel about I even more than them. And then I understand straight away how I'm learning quickly how to go and grow myself. So I see how other people are stuck in a 9 to 5 job over there, and they're actually fucking working that pickpacking stuff, and they're working as laborers, and they're working as bartenders as well. And that's the fucking worst, man. Or else I'm creating an event while they're creating themselves to be bartending today. While 100 people are coming to my event to see me public speak for 8 hours, while they are going to be doing waiters. I mean, they're going to be waiters and coffee gurus, and they're going to work in the cash register, and they are also going to go cleaning floors of the supermarket and doing forklift driving, while I'm doing 100 people seminar. I have a 100 people seminar, and I'm going around the world traveling, doing public speaking ranges with a lot of events coming up with myself around music and everything, while they're going to be a waiter, a cash register, and work at a restaurant as a waiter and bartender. So yeah, and let it be. And they're jealous people. I mean, they're very jealous, and I move on because I'm more successful. I mean, you guys can see that I already have 100 people at my event at my nice and beautiful 29th birthday. I have 100 people at my event, and guess what? Porsche, I'm enjoying my life, man. I mean, everything's rock solid in my life. Oh, I public speak to 100 people for my 29th birthday and have a seminar coming up. I gave over $1,000 for it. I gave over $1,000 to have my event, simply, and that's it. I'm just enjoying my life.